Hello everyone. Design thinking is an innovative approach to solve any kind of human-centered problem. The fourth stage in the design thinking is prototype. From the empathy and the problems and the pains of the users are collected, and it will be run via the define stage, and where in the define stage the problems will be defined to whom, to where, and which, how. So such kind of questions are used and defining into the right problem state. In the third stage is called Ideate. Ideate is all about taking up the tangible ideas for prototyping. And the fourth stage in design thinking is prototyping. Prototyping is all about making a model and testing it with the feedbacks. Making the model in the sense like any idea which it comes to our mind may be rapidly changed or rapidly changed with the technology to anyone else. So whenever we have an idea, we have to do a rapid prototyping and test with the feedback of the users and the users, the feedbacks of the experts also. To understand better, for example, if you want to build a home, it may be worth of 1 crore rupees. You should talk with the civil engineer and you should try to create a model and how the house will be in a 3D printing or SolidWorks. Then the approximate expectations of a home to be discussed before building the home. If you do not do that, automatically the civil engineer will build the home as he wish, and finally if it is not satisfied to the customer will try to ask the civil engineer to change it, right? So from this we can clearly understand whenever we going to do solve a problem, a prototyping is mandatory one. Prototyping is all about making a model or creating a product in a smaller size or in a smaller way that should make it to solve the problems. There are different prototypes are available at the initial stages. The design thinkers used to have a chart prototype, a model based prototype with the help of technology like 3D printing and wooden prototypes. So these are all few examples that how it can be showcased with the prototype. Once we done the prototype, we should pitch about the prototype to the users and as well as to the experts. So where we will get the feedback from them, from the users and from the experts, which we can use the feedback to redefine our ideas in case if it is not worth. Correct? So definitely prototyping is required to us. And when you take about the emerging technologies like AR, VR, 3D printing, Internet of Things, Metaverse, low-code development. So it is not limited only to the product. It can be like a process also. It can be like product also. It can be like an ideas alone also. So whatever it is, based on the problems that we solve, we can take we can use the prototype models. And when we want to build, or when we want to develop a car, or when we want to develop a mirror in a car, so we can do a small prototype that how the mirror will come, how the mirror will work, or how the car will look like. So we can take into that and we can show to the customers, or we can show to the dealers or somewhere else, right, wherever we want. So that will gives the best insight to them, so that if they are satisfied, we can make the real product out of it. And when we show the prototype to the customers, they also share their requirement, like in the form of shape, in the form of color, in the form of quality, or whatever it may. So we should hear all these things from them. And once the prototype is done, we should showcase that the prototype to the experts, and we should get their clear feedbacks. We should not limit their feedback, because feedback is one of the measuring tools that can make us to grow in a greater heights. And let them give an open-ended feedback and about the product. It maybe about the product or working, or about the technology of ideation that we use, or let them do critics, so which we can work on the critic to solve it. Because there is a great story that why prototyping is very, very important. So initially at the time of COVID, we used to get a tripod stand which around good quality of cost is around 1,000 rupees. But later in the market, I saw one particular a pen which can also hold the smartphone, which is cost around 30 rupees, but the tripod stand cost is actually around 1,000 rupees. But prototyping is a matter. Because of that particular prototype, we have recommended to a lot of people about the pen stand. So definitely customer will accept when you have a prototype with the best ideation, and we can take it forward to the test phase and evolve phase.